Though the idea of the aliens host affecting the eventual creature has existed since the days of the very first film, it wasn't until the early 90s with the release of Kenner's Aliens figures and Alien 3 that the concept of what would become the DNA reflex became widely known. The expanded universe has flirted with the concept of the DNA reflex, with the PredAlien being the most notable result, but in general, the DNA reflex is not something that tends to be used too frequently. The DNA reflex made a reappearance recently in Alex White's phenomenal The Cold Forge, in which his aliens were born from chimpanzees. Alex deliberately references the differences in these aliens compared to the documentation of aliens which appear to have birthed from humans. While discussing the aliens with Weyland-Yutani auditor Dorian Sudler, Dick Mackey told the company man that the aliens take on the characteristics of the host. All of the adults in our cages have got chimp proportions and they favour lopping on all fours. They don't look like the file drawings that Weyland-Yutani sent with the egg samples. The matter isn't given much more focus than the above exchange, but the DNA reflex recently made a big comeback in one of the most recent Alien novels, Alien Echo. The rest of this video will contain spoilers for the novel. Written by Mira Grant, Alien Echo focuses primarily on Olivia Shipp, the daughter of two xenobiologists stationed on Zagreus, an Earth-like planet and one of many backwoods colony worlds. Doctors John and Catherine Shipp were hired by the Zagrean government to help document and catalogue Zagreus' native fauna so that the relatively young colony would know more about their local biosphere. This desire for cataloguing was due to one of the Zagrean colonists being eaten by a creature that was given the moniker of limeworm. The ships gave them a proper scientific name but is not revealed in the book. One of, if not the, apex predators native to Zagreus, adult limeworms were capable of growing to the size of an earth pig, and younger specimens were documented as being around the size of a cat. Olivia Shipp described the creatures as being made of knives and hatred and cilia. The limeworms are sightless subterranean predators that hunt via a number of different sensors, such as the cilia that line their bodies. The brightly golden coloured cilia are constantly waving and able to sample the air around them, allowing them to sense other creatures in the vicinity. The cilia are also used to allow the limeworm to be aware of the physical space surrounding it. The limeworm's head is almost entirely all razor-sharp beak. While they don't possess any eyes, they have multiple ears running along the side of their body. The limeworms also have a cluster of nostrils in the very centre of their skull, allowing them to detect scent from all different directions. It's possible to confuse, or even evade, the limeworms by remaining motionless. It's also possible to avoid them through the natural camouflage provided by a pollen native to Zagreus that is capable of cancelling all scents on contact. The limeworms are also described as appearing similar to an earth mole, with waxy white skin that resembles the flesh of a corpse. Though the limeworms are still unsure and often confused by the bipedal locomotion of the humans that have decided to establish a colony on their world, they will often attack the colonists when the opportunity presents itself. The limeworms are also capable of outrunning humans over short distances. While considered an apex predator, the limeworms didn't seem able to defeat the aliens in direct conflict. As a distraction, Olivia's ship was able to draw a live, uninfected limeworm to the alien hive by shattering a vial of concentrated limeworm pheromones. When attacked by an alien, the limeworm was able to hold its own for a significant length of time, but by the time Olivia had left the hive, the limeworm was howling in pain. She was unable to see the outcome of the fight, but it is presumed that the alien was victorious. Following the crashing of an escape vehicle from a scavenged vessel that was once a research ship devoted to the xenomorph XX-121, several adult aliens were able to survive and establish a hive in the subterranean cave system near the crash site. Along with other native Zagrean fauna and some human colonists, a family unit of limeworms was seen by Olivia's ship in the aliens' fledgling hive, serving as hosts for the next generation of Zagrean xenomorph XX-121. Olivia also comes across what looks like a chest-bursted limeworm on the fringes of the hive, and the resultant hybrid is encountered by Olivia and Viola Shipp and Cora Burton while looking for Cora's mother in the Zagreus colony. Alien vs Predator Galaxy recently commissioned Bad Frankenstein to bring to life the limeworm hybrid as described in Alien Echo. The limeworm-born alien is distinctively different to any previously encountered aliens in that it inherits some very limeworm-specific traits. The first that Olivia noticed was that the hybrid possessed a beak rather than a mouth, and instead of the traditional secondary inner jaw, the lionworm hybrid had a second mouth that resembled a terrible serrated flower, cutting surface upon cutting surface upon cutting surface. The hybrid also possessed the wormlion's golden cilia. They seemed to perform the same biological function on the hybrid that they did for the host, allowing it to sense the space around it. Despite coming from a smaller host, the hybrid was larger than the other aliens that had been encountered so far. It also had a thicker body, a short neck, and a shorter tail, but its arms were as long as the traditional aliens. Like the PredAlien is often depicted as, the lionworm hybrid also took on the skin coloration of its host. Olivia Shipp observed that the hybrid was paler in colour like the lionworms. While the DNA reflex is a well-known function, we haven't really seen many canonical depictions of different variations of the xenomorph XX121 interacting with each other. The PredAlien, as featured in Aliens vs Predator Requiem, occupied a leadership role in the Hive hierarchy, and is shown to be physically dominant over the human-born aliens, though the leadership angle could be attributed to comments made by the film's director that that particular PredAlien was intended to be a juvenile queen. In Alien Echo, the lionworm hybrid is shown to completely disregard the safety of human-born aliens, going as far as to kill a human who was infected with an embryo. When the immature chestburster slid out of its host's midsection, the hybrid stepped on and killed it. Following the death of Cora's mother, the hybrid followed Olivia and Viola and Cora to the colony spaceport where the survivors were attempting to escape in the ship's private spaceship. Viola theorised that the hybrid was tracking them because of the pheromone that Olivia had previously used to draw the lionworm to the alien hive. Viola noted that some of it had gotten on her, and she believed the hybrid was capable of tracking the scent. Olivia was finally able to kill the lionworm hybrid by luring it into the space dock ceiling catwalk, then shooting and destroying supports on a section of the catwalk, causing the hybrid to drop from height onto a jagged collection of construction equipment and disassembled ships. Though impaled on the construction equipment, the hybrid was still alive. Olivia finished the alien off with headshots from her pistol, killing the only recorded encounter with the xenomorph XX121 hybrid. It's possible that following the overrunning of the Zagreus colony, that further hybrids were born from other lionworms or native Zagrean wildlife. Or perhaps, like Olivia fantasized about, the different xenomorph XX121 hybrids fought amongst each other, turning Zagreus into the site of another genocidal battlefield between the aliens. What do you think about the lionworm hybrid? Are you keen to see more hybrids of various creatures in the alien lore? Be sure to sound off in the comments section below to let us know. If you're not already familiar with our channel, please be sure to check out some of our other lore videos, our let's plays, and some of our interviews. You can find the hub of our activity at www.avpgalaxy.net. We're also on all the socials on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram as Alien vs Predator Galaxy. This has been Corporal Hicks. Thank you for watching.